It do, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm back with another one, man. We about to get into this shit, man. It's some shit going down in Compton, California. We talking about the riots. This shit looking like the riots of 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 88, 89, man. These riots are looking crazy, man. Motherfuckers getting hurt, dying, all kind of shit going on. Tear gas being thrown, cars being set on fire. And this ain't the black folks doing it this time. No, it ain't the blacks, man. It's these immigrants. And I'm finna give my thoughts on this shit as a black man. Shout out to my Mexican brothers. And I'm only talking about the Mexican American motherfuckers that fuck with black people. I ain't talking about all y'all. No offense, but offense. I'm not talking about all y'all, because all y'all don't rock with us. But I want y'all to listen to this shit, man. I want y'all to hear what they talking about. So we finna break this down. Shout out to Anton Daniels. I want to hear your thoughts on this too.
Breaking news, a car goes up in flames right in front of Dale's Donuts as protests in Paramount get out of control and spill into Compton. And tensions escalate, officers in riot gear firing tear gas at protesters who are pushing back on immigration raids. Then people throwing stuff and banging on Border Patrol cars as they pass through crowds.
First of all, my Mexican brothers and sisters that are illegal, that are here illegally, let me explain. And then the ones that are here legal too, because y'all out here helping them. Let me explain something to y'all, right? This is not the way to do it. Black people didn't do this. Black people ain't started doing this ignorant shit until Dr. King died. Black people were non-violent people who marched and held hands. Dogs got sick on us, on our grandparents, great-grandparents, our ancestors. You know, Emmett Till got his manhood. Emmett Till got his manhood cut off, boys and girls. Do y'all understand that? Barbed wire, all kind of shit. So what y'all doing is not the way we would do it. If you guys really want to stay here, y'all wouldn't destroy U.S. government property if y'all really wanted to stay here. Because this ain't going to get you here. This going to get you up out of here. They're going to find out who y'all are, and they're going to get y'all out of here, especially you guys with these masks. Y'all going down there. They going to get y'all. Ain't no fucking... I don't know how y'all think that y'all could just do this and think, oh, we could stay here. You come tear up my house, you think you gonna stay in my house after you done tow it up? Hell no. Fuck out.
Meanwhile, another crowd tries to block a U.S. Marshal Service bus. Federal law enforcement officers used tear gas and flashbangs to clear away the crowd. Tonight, U.S. Attorney Bill Saley says federal agents arrested over a dozen people who impeded agents. Let's get right to KCAL News reporter Zach Boetto live in Compton. Zach, what's happening? What are you seeing right now?
Hey, Gio, we're standing just off camera here. To our left, there are some masked people who have just bashed and tipped over this solar security camera station that was set up here at the Arco gas station across the street from where the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department deputies are stationed. Over here to the right, you can see those deputies. They have ride shields. They're standing strong at the intersection of Alondra and Atlantic. They're trying to hold there and make sure that
if you guys want to be here, do it the right way. You guys broke the law. You guys snuck over here. Some of you guys had visas and it ran out. You breaking the law. The thing is, we can't go to Mexico and do the same shit. We can't go to Spain and do the same shit. We can't go to Europe and do the same shit. We can't go to Israel and do the same shit that they let y'all do over here. Why is that? Have y'all ever wondered that? Like, why is that? Why we can't go over there and do that? Because they don't allow it. It's called rules and regulations. But it seemed like the government over here make people feel like they don't have to abide by the rules until it's time to abide by the rules. When shit like this happen, then they want to enforce rules. And I'm talking about the Democratic Party. Because this who let it happen. This who brought them in. The Democratic Party. And you Republicans are still compromising with these motherfuckers. So that's why y'all going against Trump too. Cause y'all compromising, man. Y'all need to really research that compromise of 1877. You know, we always say the Republicans are no better, the Democrats are no better, which is both are correct. You know what I'm saying? So we need to start voting for the motherfucker that's gonna do the job, whether it's state, local, or federal. We need to find a motherfucker that's gonna really do this job because these people compromise with each other, man. They'll say, hey, well, hey, we'll give you this if you let us do that. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? The Republican Party had us thinking we was on their team the whole time. They was telling Democrats, hey, look, man, when I get up in here, man, y'all can do whatever y'all want down south in that south. Man, look, I just want to get up here and do what. And I'll pull these soldiers up out of here and let the blacks down there fend for themselves. And that's what ended up happening, man. And that's what usually end up happening. You know what I'm saying? So with these people, Democrat Party let them in. Republicans been compromising. Republicans could have got these guys up out of here a long time ago. I think the last Republican president we had was Bush. Well, before Trump won again, it was Bush. But you get what I'm saying? He could have did, man, they could have did this shit. Obama deported him. Shout out to Obama for that. The only thing he probably done right in my eyes. But a lot of you all could have done this, but y'all compromise with these folks, man. Y'all sit here and make these deals to fatten y'all pockets and say fuck everybody else. And then when everybody else going through some shit, y'all gonna say, oh, well, there's counseling. Oh, there is this, there is that to help you to cope. And motherfucker, let's address the real issue. I wouldn't have to cope if y'all wouldn't put this shit in my face. I would have hope if y'all didn't let these people invade in our space. I would have this shit. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to go through no counseling or anything if y'all ain't got to put me through nothing, but y'all put us through shit. And then y'all say, hey, this is the solution for you Americans. Nah, man. Nah, this government ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get these folk up out of here, man. Sorry, guys. Not
The
American.
protesters don't go past that point. As you mentioned earlier, let's roll some video. There was a car that caught fire at the intersection here of Alondra and Atlantic, just right in the middle.
So this goes to show you who was doing the bullshit during the George Floyd riot. This right here shows you who been setting these fires and shit, man. They doing it. This when we get into some shit, they want to come out and do dumb shit like this, wear masks and set shit on fire, make it seem like we on some bullshit. But y'all been doing this shit the whole time. It shows.
Of the intersection where traffic was going back and forth and where authorities were trying to push protesters away from the action. We've seen fireworks. We've seen flags out here. People on dirt bikes. People on motorcycles.
Okay, here's my thing. Here's the bone I'm picking with the Mexicans now. If y'all really believed in that flag that y'all waving around over here, why y'all ain't waving that motherfucker down in Mexico like that? Why y'all ain't setting cars on fire in Mexico? Y'all government just as fucked up as ours, if not just as worse. Shit, but y'all ain't down there doing that to y'all own government. Y'all will come over here and fight against some motherfuckers that let y'all come over here and do what you got to do to you feed your family versus the motherfuckers who ain't letting y'all in y'all own country feed your families. Come on, man. Have y'all heard of overstaying your what they call that? Your welcome, you wear your welcome out. Y'all ever heard of that? You do. You overstay, you wear your welcome out, man. People be ready for you to go. And at this point, people were ready for y'all to go. Because this is what y'all doing. Y'all not true Americans, man. Y'all come over here. Y'all just want to come up, live, try to think this is the paradise, like this is heaven. That's how y'all don't want to fight for shit. But y'all come over here and want to fight our government because they won't let y'all stay because a few people in our government made y'all, deceived y'all and made y'all think that this was going to be okay. Like everything's going to see all right. Y'all was dumb as hell for believing that shit anyway. Throughout history, we done had Republican presidents and Democrat presidents, and each one of them do things differently. They don't all see eye to eye on the same shit. One gonna let you in, one gonna get you out. And y'all should have been smart enough to say, hey, look, let's do this shit the right way so they can't get us out. But no, y'all keep taking the easy route, the back door. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Like the Bible say, the narrow path is the hardest, but the broadest, that's the easiest. Anybody can walk that and do that. But that narrow path, that right path, is the hardest. And it always is, because look what y'all doing. Y'all not even taking the right steps. Y'all not even in the right, y'all ain't even at the federal building acting a fool doing this. Where are y'all at? Y'all just downtown, just in random places. Y'all ain't storming no capitals. I see y'all ain't doing that. At least the Proud Boys, y'all ain't nothing like that. Y'all ain't nothing like true Americans, man. Y'all over here pretending. Because if y'all were, y'all wouldn't be doing this. And my Mexican Americans, I love y'all. But y'all need to sit down and talk to your people and tell them, like, hey, this ain't what black folks was doing. We're not going to get anything like this. We over here destroying, they're going to get rid of us. They're going to find us and get rid of us. Because this is another excuse to get y'all the fuck out of here. But man, y'all need to wake up, man.
We've seen spinouts, burnouts, donuts, pretty much anything that you can think happens in a major protest. We're seeing right now here in Compton. We did speak with the Los Angeles County Sheriff as well as a protester about what's happening here in Los Angeles today. Here's what they had to say. Well, we'll get to you that sound.
This is a United States of America. It's supposed to be for everybody. No one's better. No one's superior. We are the same. We bleed the same. We will die.
Let me stop you right there, home chief. Oh no, United States is not for everybody. It's for the people that were born and raised here. Now, they extended the olive tree to some of you all when there's war in your country. War. If there's no war over there, y'all ain't got no business coming over here. Why don't y'all go against y'all own government to make things better for yourselves in your own country? Why are y'all cowarding coming over here, waving these Mexican flags? Y'all should be down there going against the dictators down in y'all own country. But you're not. You're coming to somebody else's house saying we're all equal. No, we're not all equal. Y'all are opportunists. Y'all come over here looking for opportunity. We've been here. You understand? So we're not all the same. Shit. Matter of fact, my ancestors didn't even ask to come over here. But since we here, we made a better way for ourselves. We marched. We fought the right way. You guys are not us. You guys don't have, even back then during the civil rights movement, you guys were nowhere near to be found. It was only a handful of you all. When we was getting beat and y'all was trying to stay out the way, y'all was scared. But y'all was getting harassed too. I'm not gonna say take nothing from the Latinos. They was getting harassed too in those days when we was getting harassed. But y'all mainly stayed out the way. Y'all was afraid. Then all of a sudden now, y'all growing balls and say, hey, we gonna tear up over here, man. Y'all better get y'all dumbasses out of here, because y'all should have been riding with us when we were doing it. That's what should have happened. Y'all should have been riding with us, but y'all wasn't. Y'all decided to do y'all own thing. Y'all decided to separate from us. Now, oh, we're equal. We should all be doing it. No, we all should not be doing a motherfucking thing. Y'all need to go where y'all from and stay where y'all at. We don't go over there and try to stay where y'all at. We don't go over there and try to change shit. We don't say, oh, this government is fucked up and we need to do things better. No, we don't do nothing like that. We mind our fucking business. We go visit, come back home. Shit, but I'm just saying, Mexico is that great. Why are y'all over here?
The same. We will all go under the earth the same.
All we're doing is trying to help our people from being separated from their families. That's all we're doing. That's all.
Manipulation at its finest. If you want to help your people to not be separated, then tell your people, go down where they need to go down to downtown, fill out them documents and get legal. You would tell them to do the right thing. But no, human beings don't never, when it comes to doing the right thing, we don't never tell each other the truth. We don't never tell each other how to do the right thing. But when we want to do wrong, oh man, That's how you know it's some evil shit in the world, man, because ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna sit here and get on TV and say, I'm just trying to help keep the family together, keep their families together. And you could do that if you help them fill out for these damn visas and citizenships. You can help them, but doing it illegally does not help them. And it don't help you, because if you got somebody, or if your shit expired and you just sitting out here, or they feel like, hey, we can get rid of you because you're a visitor, then you fuck yourself worrying about somebody else. This is what I mean by people need to stay in their lane. You want to help your people, Miss Lady, you want to really do something for your people, have them stand in line and do this shit right. Have them do this legally if you really want to help your people. That's all I'm saying.
Do you see anybody being violent right now, sir? No.
As the crowd has grown, it has become more violent. Individuals in the crowd that have been throwing objects at the federal agents, and we started to call in additional resources from around the county of Los Angeles.
Now, just within the last few minutes here, authorities have opened up traffic here at Alondra and Atlantic. So that's why you can see cars now going through the intersection where that charred car still sits. Also within the last few minutes, those protesters knocking over that security camera. It's now resting on the power line just here above our heads. So a lot of stuff still happening here, Gio, in Compton, and with the federal authorities deploying more backup. We are thinking that this is not the end of what's happening here in Compton this evening.
Zach, yeah, we're seeing the knocked over station there sitting on its side from SkyCal. Before we let you go, I know earlier when we first broke in around 5 o'clock, you made a mention of how there's a large number of people there, obviously, a lot of them with their phones out and other forms of video trying to just watch what's going on. Do you still get the sense that that's really sort of the energy level of folks around there right now? Because we've described it throughout the afternoon that this is an ebbs and flows, and we seem to be on a bit of a downswing right now, but we know that that can change at any moment.
Yeah, Gio, I would say about 90% of the protesters that are here have their phones out and are observing what's happening. There's another 10%, and the sheriff said maybe 300 to 400 protesters here, so maybe about 30 to 40 people.
Man, I have to give it up to the blacks, man. Shout out to the blacks in Los Angeles, man. Shout out to the blacks in Compton, man. Y'all staying out this shit. Atola Marv, Melvin Farmer, y'all out this shit, huh? Y'all ain't in this shit. Hey, shout out to you guys, man. Straight up. Shout out to Compton Rick Rock, man. Shout out to everybody that I fuck with online. Shit, y'all staying out this shit, bro. Y'all didn't even, man, where the news at? Rick Rock, what's up, baby? Where the news at, man? We want to know what you see, man. I want to see what you see. You know, have you been down there, bro? Shit, have you been seeing what's going on in your city, man? Tell me what's going on, man. What's happening with these folk, man? But I'm glad to see y'all not partaking. I'm glad to see y'all finally leaving these fools alone and letting them do what they do. Because like I said, in the county jail, y'all can't hang out. Ain't that? Y'all can't hang out in the county jail. So, I mean, come on, man. It is a big division in California between the blacks and the Mexicans, man. It is such a big division. That's why they out there by themselves doing what they doing. Blacks are smart because why? Y'all been fucking with us. Y'all been discriminating against us. Y'all separated yourselves from us. Now look, y'all getting deported. Now y'all think we supposed to go out there and march. But watch, it's gonna be these feminist motherfuckers that's gonna go out there. And them same people that they gonna be taking up for is gonna be the same ones gonna be anti-LGBTQ. It always, I'm telling y'all, man, I done seen this, and I'm not that old, man. For real. I'm not that old. I ain't been on this earth 100 years. I ain't been on this earth 50 years. You know what I'm saying? For real. My nigga, I'm already seeing the play. This is what happens. Yeah. Shake your hand. You team up with us. You help us fight. We work with you for a little bit. Once we get to where we got to go, then it's going to be fuck y'all. Watch. It always happens like that. These people, man, they need to go on here and just say, hey, this is the right thing to do. Let me just say this. The right thing to do is say, hey, how can we work this out? We don't want to go. We got families here. We got this, that, and the third. What can we do to work this out? How many of us can stay? How many of us need to leave? You know. But no, y'all ain't trying to go to the table. Y'all ain't trying to negotiate. Y'all sitting here fighting the federal government. Y'all, don't y'all know how stupid that looks? Man, I ain't saying this is the Civil War in the North. Remember the Civil War in the South? The Southern soldiers was fighting the government. The Northern soldiers. Now, the Northern soldiers are fighting Northern people. Y'all see this shit, man? This is Civil War all over again. Just with a different race of people. So yeah, man, I man, look. Let me just get to the content. Let me shut up, man.
People who are causing a lot of the damage, who are responsible for tossing over this security camera station, who are doing the burnouts, who are lighting cars on fire, lighting fireworks, but still a very active scene. And like you said, it ebbs and flows here. We just saw, I would say, the deputies here, the number of Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies double within the last 15 minutes. So we're here. KCAL's on scene. We're watching. We're reporting. We're talking to protesters. We're talking to the sheriff. And as everything plays out here this evening, we'll be here to make sure our viewers know what's happening.
Absolutely. Zach Boetto live in Compton. Zach, thank you. And breaking news, Governor Newsom says that President Trump is moving to deploy the California National Guard. The National Guard is controlled by the governor, but Governor Newsom says the federal government is moving to take over the California National Guard and deploy 2,000 soldiers. Newsom goes on to say that move is purposefully inflammatory and will only.
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying with you guys. Nigga, wake up. Y'all look. Compton Rick Rock, somebody. Y'all need to put them sherm sticks down, man. Y'all need to wake up. It's your governors, these Democrats. Now, he not doing a damn thing to stop it. Governor Newsom ain't doing nothing to stop it. What is he doing? Nothing. He's mad at Trump for trying to stop it. Motherfuckers is getting ready to die, man. You about to get millions and millions of people hurt and killed because of your stupidity, because your heart is so hard against Donald Trump. Man, y'all better get y'all bitch asses on with that bullshit. This shit be pissing me the fuck off.
Escalate tensions. And President Trump posting this on Truth Social, saying, quote, if Governor Gavin Newsom of California and Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles can't do their jobs, which everyone knows they can't, then the federal government will step in and solve the problem. Riots and looters, the way it should be solved. Earlier, not far from the Compton scene in Paramount, protesters clashed with law enforcement, with protesters trying to block vehicles and throwing objects at cars. Officers using pepper spray and firing rubber bullets. Take a listen to this. And throwing objects at cars. From the Compton scene in Paramount, protesters clashed with law enforcement, with protesters trying to block vehicles and throwing objects at cars. Officers using pepper spray and firing rubber bullets. Take a listen to this. And just before officers used tear gas and rubber bullets, protesters tried to block a U.S. Marshal bus from driving through the crowd.
This is sad, man. Look.
See the horn honking, the face-to-face between the bus and the protesters, not to mention the flashbangs going off in the background.
Look at this.
And this is another moment captured on camera. Protesters going face to face with a law enforcement vehicle and throwing what looked to be milk and other objects at a U.S. Customs and Border Patrol.
Look, it goes to show you how evil people are in this world, man. So my thing to the people in America and the people in the world, I just wonder, why is it okay for black people to get locked up for doing wrong? Black people to get punished for doing wrong, but everybody else want a slap on the wrist. Everybody else want a free opportunity. Why is that, y'all? I'm asking. I just need a few answers, man. Y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments, man. Tell me what's going on with this, man. What I'm looking at is this. This is a disgrace to the American people. What I'm saying. This is a disgrace to the blacks, the Mexican Americans, the ones that's even to some of the immigrants that's here legally. This is a disgrace because you come here to get an education. You come here to live a better life. So if you're legal, you have nothing to worry about. But it goes to show you there are more illegals in the United States of America than there are legals, because we shouldn't be seeing these massive people in downtown Los Angeles protesting like this. This is a lot of people here. See what I'm saying? What the Democrats do, guys, this is what they do. When it's time to break bread with the American people, they bring new motherfuckers in, break bread with them, and then say, hey, we ain't got no money in the budget. We need to go up on taxes. We got this. This needs to be funded. That needs to be funded. And then we scratching our head like, okay, wait a minute. If that, this, that, and the third need to be funded, then you had the money to do it. But we looking at the record saying, hey, you done gave $5 billion to this immigrant stuff. You done gave $7 million for this, $10 million for that, $50 million for this. Put them in hotels. Then you want to come back to the American people and say, hey, we got to go up on tobacco taxes, streaming taxes, because we have a budget gap. Bitch, you didn't have a budget gap before you let these people come over here. You've been having a budget gap. You've been having $1 trillion budget gap, the whole United States of America, before y'all let these people over here. So if that is true, if this $1 trillion gap is so real, why are you adding more mouths to the table? It don't make sense. You ain't got enough food to feed your own people that's here. So how the fuck you got food to feed other people? See, something is not quite sitting well here, y'all. And I'm not lying. Y'all know this. What is going on, man? We got to stop believing every fucking thing these people put out here and tell us. That's real.
Vehicle. And over in Inglewood, citizen video shows someone being stuffed inside a Border Patrol car. A few people were outside of the car protesting law enforcement. It's unclear if this was part of a larger raid or who the person was being taken. We've reached out to federal officials but haven't heard back yet. Today's protests come after an hours-long demonstration in downtown LA yesterday. People crowded the federal building where detainees were taken following widespread immigration sweeps in LA. The protest got tense at times, with officers firing tear gas to clear the crowd. And that protest continued into the night, with crowds gathering in Chinatown, where federal agents appeared to be staging. Protesters confronted those agents as several flashbang grenades went off. Several of the armored vehicles were also vandalized with graffiti. And the leader of one of the nation's largest labor unions remains in federal custody. Service Workers Union President David Huerta is accused of interfering with the LA immigration raids. The U.S. attorney says Huerta was blocking an ICE detention van. Wow. The union says Huerta was injured during the arrest and had to be taken to the hospital. Huerta is expected in court on Monday. Today, California lawmakers say they are being denied entry into the downtown LA detention.
Now, what is a union rep doing down there? Like, come on, man. Union of what? See what I'm saying, man? Now, how come black folks can't get this type of representation? We don't get this kind of representation, nah, man. Bear Crump, we only get this representation when a motherfucker get killed by cops. We don't get this much representation. You got all them men out here. You got the fucking union reps, union stewards. You got all kind of people out here working with these folks. But man, look, I'm finna end this like this, right? I'm finna just tell y'all something. I'm gonna get my damn camera together. But yeah. So anyway, look, shout out to all the black people in Compton. Shout out to all the black people across the United States, across the world, man. This ain't your fight. This ain't our fight. We staying out of this. We're gonna let them figure it out. You know, they either with us or against us, man. They gonna have to figure it out because they finna get their asses up out of here. This is what happens when you enter a country illegally. Like I say, we can't do it, white or black. We cannot go over there and enter their country illegally. If we do, we're gonna be called spies. They're gonna jail us for years. They never gonna let us out. They never gonna let us go. So why are we over here giving these people privileges when their own country don't extend those same privileges to us? It makes you wonder, what is the fucking government up to? It makes you wonder. But I know all things has to come to an end. So basically that could be, what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, it's about that time. We too wicked out here, man. So, with that being said, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Y'all can check this out. I'll probably leave the shit in the description. Or y'all can look this shit up yourselves, man. But yeah, if y'all tuning in, man, subscribe, man. Come fuck with me, man. I got some shit, man. We gonna talk about some shit, man. We gonna sit around, man, have this conversation, man. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Peace.